Lydia Adams. What a remarkable woman she is.
Oh, you'd like her, Katy.
You're from the letters to Mr. Morley. She sounds like a fine and brave person.
How is our young widow?
Very well. Carrying on just as you might expect her to.
And the children?
Fine. Busy adjusting, naturally.
You know, before Glen's wife died, she and Lydia were great friends.
Yeah?
We had such fun together. Lydia and Andy, Ann and I.
Why don't you invite Mrs. Adams here? The change of scene would do her good. Oh, Washington is wonderful for forgetting your troubles.
Why, that's a marvelous idea.
Except for 3 little things. Josh, Jenny, and Andy Jr.
Oh, but they're wonderful children.
I know, but Katy's got her hands full with Steve and Danny.
Nonsense. I love children.
5 of them under the same roof might strain that sentiment. Do you know how many clattering little feet that is?
Exactly 10. And it's dozens of glasses of water before settling down for the night. And it's bruised knees and quarrels and hurt feelings. And it's sorting out thousands of socks. And it's racking your brain for things to do on a rainy day. And it's lots of trouble and lots of noise and endless peanut butter sandwiches. And when are you going to invite them?
What about next week?
But why wait until next week? I'll call Lydia right away.
You will have a lot of women on your hands.
You know, I have always wondered exactly what it would be like to have a harem.
Now, boys, remember you cannot expect them to be in the gayest of spirits.
Yeah, Dad said we shouldn't expect their visit to be like a holiday.
As usual, your father's right.
Hello, I'm Lydia, and I know you must be Katy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so pleased to meet you.
Thank you. Josh, that's enough.
It's a pretty good doorbell.
Steve, you've grown to look just like your father.
But, Mother, Uncle Glen's handsome.
As you can see, I haven't got around to lessons intact yet.
I'm Danny.
Oh, I know you are. And how big you've grown.
Is he bigger than me?
Well, not much.
Hey, Andy, look. A toy elevator with Mrs. Morley on it.
Oh, welcome, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, how they've grown.
And you might age a bit to keep up with them.
Uncle Glen, we're here.
And earlier than I expected, too. Hello, Jenny.
Hi.
Hey, you are a beauty, just like your mother.
Oh, Uncle Glen.
Hey, me too.
Lydia, how are you?
Splendid, Glen.
Yes, you certainly are. Josh? Andy?
Hi, sir.
You know what Mother said?
What?
We have to be on our good behavior for the whole 2 weeks.
Mean old Mom.
Where are your bags?
Oh, they're in the car.
Oh, children, will you get the bags, please?
Where'll we put them?
Jenny and Mrs. Adams, things go in the guest room, and the boys' things go in your room.
So that's Katy.
Yes, that's Katy.
Hmm.
What do you mean,
Oh, just hmm.
Drink?
I love one.
Oh, that's Lydia.
That's Lydia.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here.
It's lovely to have you here.
Inviting you was one of the best ideas Katy ever had.
To Katy. Thank you, Mrs. Adams. Well, I better check the children.
Oh, do you need any help?
No, thank you.
Katy's wonderful with the children.
That too?
That, too.
It's getting to be rather a popular expression around here.
The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so. And then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many
They're such little kids.
shoes
Yeah.
and seas.
They like stuff like that.
And kings.
Yeah, I used to
And
like
why
it.
the sea is boiling.
You did?
hot, And when it hits
Well, of
the
course,
wind.
that was a long time ago.
Wait a minute, before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath. And all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that.
They're asleep.
Oh, fine. Come on, Poycat. Into your beds.
I want a drink of water.
Me too. Tomorrow.
At last.
At last. Anything I can do for you men before I turn off the lights?
Well, there is one thing.
What is that, Andy?
Could I have a peanut butter sandwich?
Hey, me too. That's a swell idea.
Well, that's a swell idea. That will have to wait till tomorrow morning. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Right.
Well, I have a comfortable bed and a good book to get to. I say good night.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Mother.
Good night, Glen.
Hey,
What?
how long since you've had a night on the town?
Oh, trying to make the young widow feel sorry for herself, eh?
No? How long?
Long?
Long enough to have one with an old friend?
Oh, yes, quite long enough for that. Old friend.
Come on.
Thank you for helping me put the boys to bed.
Oh, that's all right.
Good night, then.
Good night. Katy, I like Uncle Glen. Do you?
Yeah, of course.
Mother likes him, too.
Well, the congressman is a very popular man. Well, children are all tucked in their beds.
Glen's right. You're absolutely marvelous, Katy.
You see? Disappear for half an hour and I blab everything.
We're going to take each other out on the town for old time's sake. Why didn't you join us?
No, but thank you anyway.
Oh, come on, Katy.
I'm sure you have many things to talk about that do not concern me. Perhaps another time. Have a wonderful evening.
Well, if you insist.
Are you sure, Katy?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, now don't wait up. We may be rather late. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Morley, Mrs. Adams. For old time's sake.
What?
What?
What were you thinking?
Well, amongst other things, how lucky I am to know you.
Oh, that's the kind of a thought a man likes to hear.
It's true. You know, this is the first good time I've had since the last good time with Andy.
That's exactly what I had in mind. Would you like another one of these?
Glen, when Anne died, did you ever feel so lost that you thought you could never be found again?
I did. Not by anyone nor anything.
Did you sometimes feel you couldn't stand it?
But it stops, Lydia. It does stop. I promise you that.
When? And what has to happen to make it stop?
Time.
And you forget?
Oh, not the person. Never the person. Just the pain.
I'm glad. Because I wouldn't want to forget Andy. Because if I forget, then I've lost him.
Only if you forget what's important. You know, Lydia, sometimes I have to look at a picture of Anne to remember what she looked like exactly.
You do?
Mm-hmm. But I do remember what she was, both unto herself and to me.
Well, does that mean that you don't ever hope to love someone again?
Oh, no. Indeed it does not, Lydia. Indeed it does not.
I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Oh, lovely party.
Lovely lady. Come on into the living room. I will buy you a drink.
You know, they never did find out what happened to that goofy plane of Andy's. One minute he was so very much alive. I don't think anyone was ever that much alive before.
Lydia. Once there was Anne, and once there was Andy. No more.
No more. Em, comfort me.
I'll do my best.
You seem preoccupied this morning.
Oh, well, it's just that it's Cook's day off, and I'm trying to decide what to fix for breakfast.
Nothing else, you're sure?
No, nothing. Excuse me, I must get things started. Mrs. Adams.
Good morning, Katy.
What are you doing up so early?
I was fixing Glen's breakfast.
Oh.
Oh, he wanted to get to the office to clear his desk so he could take me out to lunch.
Well, how nice.
Oh, he's just about the most thoughtful man alive.
Oh, good morning, dear.
Good morning. And excuse me, I've got to go and shower and fix this hair.
Excuse.
I know what you think. And you're wrong.
I am.
You are. I'm not jealous of her. I'm definitely not jealous.
You've never been so not jealous of anybody in your whole life.
Right. Oh, I'm so jealous of her, I cannot stand it.
Oh, you need to be. Why, Lydia and Glen are just like a couple of comfortable old shoes.
Yeah, well, from what I see, they're so comfortable, they're thinking about making it a pair. It is not nonsense, Mrs. Morley.
Well, but what do you think is right? What do you propose to do about it?
Well, I'm not just going to sit by and let her take him.
Well, what will you do?
I'm going to fight for him.
Oh, you're making a declaration of war.
Exactly.
Hi, what's for breakfast?
What would you like?
Bacon and eggs?
And a couple peanut butter sandwiches, if you have some handy.
I'll get the peanut butter.
Thank you.
Steve, it's all right if I ask you a couple of questions.
Sure, shoot.
Well, I'm the man of our house now, you know.
Hey, I never thought about that. You are.
Yeah.
Hey, how about some coffee, Andy? In your milk.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. Thanks. Being the man of the house, I've got a lot of responsibilities I never used to have.
Yeah, I guess you do.
For one thing, there's finances. I was wondering if maybe I ought to take on a paper route or something to help out.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. When would you make the deliveries?
After school,
Yeah, but then when would you play ball?
I might have to give that up for a while.
Boy, you do have responsibilities, don't you?
Here you are, ma'am.
Thanks. Boy, we better really wolf it down so we can go out and play some ball while you still have time.
Flowers for the congressman's study, no doubt.
No doubt.
War strategy.
Yeah.
I found a ladybug. He was sitting on that rock. Do you want to see him?
Yeah, indeed I do.
I think he was sitting on that rock, waiting for his dad. But his dad's not coming home. See?
Oh, he's a fine ladybug.
My dad's not coming back. Did you know that?
Yeah.
The kids at school were told not to talk to us about what happened.
They were?
Yes, but Nancy Carson talks to me about it because she's a widow child, too. Same thing happened to her father. So it makes it all right to talk about it because we're both widow childs. Ladybug! Ladybug! Don't fly away!
Martinis for the congressman. Very good.
And very dry, so it will all be ready for him the moment he steps in the door.
I'm afraid a rival's going to beat you to him at the door.
But Mrs. Adams phoned and said she would be delayed shopping.
I'm referring to a slightly smaller rival.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello, Uncle Glen. I've been waiting for you.
Well, that certainly is nice for a tired old congressman to hear.
I bought your slippers.
Oh. You know something, Jenny? In all my life, never before has anyone ever waited for me at the door with my slippers.
Honestly, Uncle Glen?
Honestly. Ah, that certainly feels better. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What are you gonna do now?
I thought perhaps I'd go up to my study and maybe read my paper. Except, it is going to be kind of lonely up there.
I could come with you.
Well, if you're sure I wouldn't be keeping you from anything.
Oh, you're not.
All right. Let's go.
Mrs. Morley, would you care for a very dry martini?
Yes, I would.
War has just been undeclared.
What do you mean?
Those children need him more than I do.
Why, Katy.
Mrs. Adams will make him a wonderful wife.
Come in.
Mr. Morley, I'm interrupting your work.
Oh, no, Katy. Come on in. I'm ready for a break.
Good. I would like to have a word with you.
Well, nothing wrong, I hope.
No, I mean not really.
I see. You're just, feeling chatty?
Yeah, that's it. Just chatty.
Good. What'll we chat about?
Well, Mr. Morley, if in the past you feel that you may have committed yourself, well, that is, if you feel that I may feel that you have committed yourself by some small word or deed that had no real significant meaning, then I just want you to know that you haven't and I don't. Is that perfectly clear?
Oh, quite.
I'm glad.
And I think it's a wonderful idea you're going into politics.
Politics?
Well, why else would you have gone to the trouble to learn double talk? I predict a brilliant career.
That is not what I meant.
It isn't?
Oh, and you know it. I mean, if you feel you may have committed yourself...
No, wait a minute. Let's just clarify as we go along, shall we? Committed myself to what?
To me.
Oh, I see, to you. Ah, well, again, to clarify, in what way do you feel that I may feel, that you may feel, that I have committed myself to you?
In a man-woman way.
Oh, I see, in a man-woman way. I'm afraid I don't understand. Could you clarify?
I think you should marry Mrs. Adams.
I see, you think I should marry Mrs. Adams?
Oh, she's the most maddening man I've ever met.
Well, then why put me off on a wonderful woman like Mrs. Adams?
Because those 3 children need you for a father.
Now, Katy, there's no need to raise our voices.
Oh, if you don't stop patting me, I'll scream. Well, I will discuss this with you tomorrow when you're in a calmer mood. I fail to find what's funny.
You're what's funny, you idiot.
And if you don't mind, you're hurting me.
There now. That better?
Much.
Well, you were right after all.
About what?
Well, those children do need a father. And in all modesty, I'd make them an excellent one.
You're... Well, that's what I was trying to say before.
There's just one trouble.
Yeah?
I'm not in love with their mother.
You're not?
No.
Well, what was that I saw last night in the living room?
Just what you thought it was, but only for a moment.
Well, would you mind clarifying, please, Mr. Morley?
I'd be glad to, Miss Hallstrom. For that moment, I got Lydia all mixed up with Anne.
I see.
And Lydia got me all mixed up with Andy.
And after the moment was over?
We shook hands and went off to bed. To each his own.
Well, thank you for clarifying, Mr. Morley.
There is one other reason why I can't marry Lydia.
What is that?
And you see, there's this blonde that I am just wild about.
Himmel, Mr. Morley.
Danny, what's the matter?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just wanted a drink of water.
Believe it or not, but all the children are safely bedded down for the night.
The congressman and I are going out this evening. Won't you come with us?
No, thank you, Katy, not this time.
Oh, come on, Lydia.
Well, perhaps another time. I'm sure you two have a lot to talk about, which doesn't concern me in the least. So good night and have a marvelous time. For new time's sake.
Yeah, thank you. For new time's sake.
Stay tuned for Here Come the Brides, coming up next on TV 39.
A Screen Gems production.